doing today, Amari?
Hey, I'm good. How you doing?
Good, thanks. What would it mean for this team to get consecutive wins for the first time all season?
It would mean a lot. Obviously, that's the goal to go out there and win every time you step out there on the field. But to win back-to-back games is something that we haven't done all season, and I think it builds momentum, especially down the stretch.
We were asking you about double moves the other week, and that sluggo certainly was noticeable. What was the interaction like between you and Andy? Because you knew that you had your guy, and it would have been 6 if the ball went your direction, but obviously that's how things can go sometimes. What was that interaction like?
We just talked about it after the play. What he saw was the cornerback. He was in his back pedal, and he didn't realize that the guy would bite down that hard. And I understood because it's all about timing. Those edge rushers get paid a lot of money, and they're coming fast. And so if the timing wasn't right for Andy, then he had to get off me and go to the next guy. I mean, it was still a completion at the end of the day, so it was a successful play.
Even though the ball wasn't in your direction and it wasn't a catch or anything like that will show up on your stat sheet, how much do you enjoy being able to look back when you get to the sideline, see the separation, or when you go back in the film room in your meetings, see the separation and just know that you got a guy?
Yeah, I mean, it's a plus to me. It's just all about the quarterback having confidence in me. I know with him seeing that, he'll be more eager to throw me the ball next time, and that's what it's all about.
I think Andy said that you told him afterwards you owed him, or he owed you one. When did you tell him that?
Yeah, I did. I told him that.
Did you tell him that on the sideline when y'all were looking at it, or was that later in the week?
Yeah, I told him on the sideline.
You're close to a career high in catches. Can you? Does that mean something in a season like this?
Not really, to be honest. To me, it's just numbers. Like I feel like I can put up however many catches you want me to put up. I think it's just all relative. It's just all about the situation, all about obviously the target you're getting, or whatever. But I mean, what's more important is winning football games, and whatever is the best way to do that, and I'm all for it. But as far as just putting up a career high and catches or yards or whatever it is, I just think it's all based off of the situation. I feel like I can do whatever numbers wise that they want me to. You know what I mean? But is it the best way to win a football game? That's what it's all about.
Let's take it just during that season when you had to deal with 4 different quarterbacks, and you're obviously coming off the big contract. It leads to say that your production was still high, and still you, I guess, can take some pride in being able to succeed that way.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you wanna prove your worth year in and year out, and yeah, that's very important. But again, it's just not as important as winning, and that's the most important thing for me.
You guys had virtual meetings with children in the area today. That's been going on recently. Before you just opened this call, what were those like for you to participate in?
It was cool. It was cool to put a smile on their faces. A lot of them are from the area, and so they're big Dallas Cowboys fans, and they kind of look up to us, and they think it's cool, and so it's great to be able to do something like that.
Did you have any favorite moments or favorite interactions or just favorite moments from those sessions today?
My favorite moment is just seeing them smile. seeing them talk about the things that they like they were talking about the games they like to play the most and stuff like that. And so we kind of got them to do some Fortnite dances and stuff like that, and that was fun.
Obviously, as an NFL player, you have your Tuesday off days, and typically in a normal year where there's not a pandemic, you're able to be in the community, you're able to interact with people in the community. That is more difficult this year. What's that part been like? We've asked you about a lot of different parts of this 2020 season, but not being able to do that in a traditional way, what has that been like this year for you?
Yeah, we definitely haven't been able to do it how we want to do it, but I think there's still ways to give back. Like I was able to do a turkey drive for Thanksgiving. I wasn't able to be there, but I was still able to provide financially and make sure that the event went well. But yeah, definitely you wanna kind of be there in person and get a feel for the environment and get a feel for the people there.
Amari, on the Cowboys note, how would you describe the culture that Mike McCarthy has aimed to instill this offseason? Obviously, it's just such a different year with the pandemic in terms of being around each other.
You said how would I describe the culture?
Yeah, that Mike McCarthy is trying to instill.
I would say he's trying to instill a winning culture. I think when you break it down, offensively, defensively, everything involving team football, he's trying to present us with the best way to go about everything, the best way to be a successful ball club. So I think just the emphasis is just really on winning. He repeats it all the time like a mantra. He came here to win football games, to win them all. That's what he's always saying in meetings. So yeah, that's how I would describe the culture he's trying to bring. Just a winning culture, trying to win them all.
What's his demeanor like in some of those meetings? You've obviously seen different teams, different coaches.
His demeanor, I would just say he's straightforward in his approach to the reason why he's here. He's not here to be liked. He's not here to be any of those things. He's here to win football games, and he's very straightforward with that.
Keith Moret was a cornerback who was one of the top of his position before he dealt with injuries. He's healthy now, and you'll see him, I'm sure, on Sunday. What's it been like to study him, and how familiar are you with him? I guess you guys probably faced each other when he was with the Chargers and you were with the Raiders, but you're familiar level with him.
Yeah, I remember the last season he was real healthy. He was having a phenomenal year. I mean, he was locking guys down who are at the top at the position. And he's actually a really good cornerback. I used to tell people all the time that I thought he was one of the best. And so it's good to see him back out there. Good to see him competing. Good to see him staying healthy. And he still looks good, even though he's been out for so long. I think like maybe 3-4 years. He hasn't played a full season. So I've been studying him on film. He looks good, and I can't wait to go out there and compete.